guys don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white.
Welcome to Breakfast and BS with Vince and Friends. I am, of course, your host, Vince. Today we got producer Sweet Waffle Virgil.
Hello.
And the return of my favorite guest, my brother in arms, my brother from another mother, SoCal Crazy.
Hello.
And his lovely wife, Kitana Vera Crazy. Heyo! We are here, of course, at Senefani's in beautiful La Mesa, California. Family, it is a pleasure. So, how's everybody feeling today?
We're all beat up for some weird reason, but I mean, I know why I'm beat up, but
You know, I'm going on 2.5 hours sleep and a hell of a lot of coffee, so I'm doing pretty good. You know, wait until I crash. You know. So I was thinking, Sergio just showed up. Sergio Top Down Aloysius Cream Corn Sanchez. And you know what? Oh, we should just grab a chair, put you right here.
No, we just
We literally just ordered.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get mine in?
Yes! We got your order in. Alright, derailer. Johnny ain't even here.
Someone's got to fucking do his job. Alright.
So, again, family, it is a pleasure that we're all here today on this beautiful Sunday. Glad we're all together. I'm not about the positivity today. Alright. So I got shit to bring up, alright? I got shit, alright? So last night was a great night.
Okay.
You know, SoCal Crazy was getting hit in the face. Kitana Vera was
Hitting him in the
doing
face.
the hitting.
yes. And the three of us, Virgil had a show, but after that, he joined us over at Johnny Flamin' Bag of Poop Low's house. And we were watching one of the horror movies that we kept saying we were going to do. But I wanted to watch... My choice was Poltergeist.
Oh,
So, I went to Walmart yesterday, and they have like a bunch of classic movies. I'm like, cool. They have like these cool like semi Dia de los Muertos covers on them. You know, Walmart exclusive, whatever art. And I buy it, thinking it's the original Poltergeist, because why the hell are they gonna have the remake? I was wrong. It was the remake. You know, Sam Rockwell and a bunch of other people I never heard about, and one guy that always plays the creepy British guy.
Pleasantly surprising.
Pleasantly surprising. It was actually a good movie. I enjoyed it. I had a little here and there, but you know, it was on the inside because I'm too manly for that.
Of course. Check your tears.
Yeah, they're on the inside. You know, yo soy más chingón. And then we followed it up with A Nightmare on Elm Street, the classic.
awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
obviously one of Kitana Vera's favorites.
Which
You know.
makes a lot less fucking sense than I remember when I was a kid.
And to top it off, Virgil fucking brought Troll.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, not Trolls.
Troll was good.
No, Troll.
No.
No,
Not
it
the
ain't.
pink-haired trolls.
No.
This is troll singular.
Yeah, it looks like Hoggle from the fucking Labyrinth.
I had no idea what the hell was going on with that movie.
No one does.
And I'm just like, what the? And like Johnny Lowe was traumatized by this movie as a child
So
for some weird reason.
reopening, like trauma with John.
I have no problem re-traumatizing Johnny Lowe. You know, I hope he woke up this morning after having a bunch of nightmares having to change his sheets.
I was very happy with the clown scene in the freaking Poltergeist remake.
I was very happy with the clown scene of the Poltergeist remake. See, you start sweating. So, but it was a great night.
Yeah. I mean, you slept halfway through it, but
That's beside the point. If it was good enough to hold my attention, I wouldn't have slept halfway through it.
it was good.
Any great night with
And
Vince?
I was, and I was awake for the part that that traumatized Lowe as a child.
Okay, that's that.
And then watching that, just going, "This is what traumatized you." But then again, I was a kid that was afraid of Ernest Scared Stupid, so don't you judge me.
There's a troll in that too.
That was a scarier troll. Just saying. Just saying. Scarier troll.
Everyone knows that any good night with Vince involves a lot of naps too, so
Oh yes.
it was fun.
Always. SoCal, you've been with me. You're my. I didn't nap that much, except driving on the way home.
His silence says everything.
That's very true.
And mind you, I would be driving and napping on the way home. I'm not okay. So I've gotten better as a driver. Just saying, I've nothing to ride. Log a lot more road miles by myself, so I don't exactly fall asleep as much. So, SoCal, you are a major horror enthusiast. Your lovely wife, not so much.
Major whore.
You recently
Over my caffeine.
you went to Knox Scary Farm the other day.
F that.
Were you getting chased by clowns with chainsaws?
No, I will say what happened after.
Okay, so I just want to know, what are some of your personal horror recommendations?
Not troll.
No, definitely not troll. But
Come on now.
you know what? I would really recommend the classics, like Friday the 13th, Halloween, but like the original ones.
Yeah.
The remakes are okay, but
I enjoyed the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween.
yeah, but they tend to put more jump scares in those because I think they have to live up to the name of the franchise.
Right.
But the original ones, I mean that's the original storyline.
They mess with your mind.
Yeah.
Well, it's methodical too. It's not like spot.
Right. So definitely I recommend all of the original ones. Original Poltergeist, Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Phantasm. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Phantasm. That one really doesn't get a lot of play. No,
I've never seen it. I've heard good things. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Check out the props over at Reanimated, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For Phantasm.
And I have to say with Phantasm, it's got that old gritty like feel to it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this horror movie. Okay, what the heck am I watching? Because the production value could be better, but the thing is,
That's the point.
but that's the point. Yeah, it's just like you're in this like, was it mausoleum or whatever type of like caretaker.
yeah. I mean it's just awesome. Like that movie. Again, I don't think it gets enough recognition than what it should.
It's more of a cult thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, how awesome would it be to be getting chased by the tall man? That'd be awesome.
I would chase after you, but I can't run right now. Okay, so what's up?
I also have made the proposal to watch The Thing, the Kurt Russell one. Yeah,
Is it
because
John Carpenter?
but that's like got to be one of the best like special effects I've seen in a horror movie.
Yeah.
So I think we need to do another night or something like that. But
I'm down. Oh, mind you, I confiscated all the cell phones
I think
last
that was
night,
great. I think
so
that was a
you
great
could not
touch.
you could not distract anybody. And only thing that was distracting was Johnny Lowe's fiance Vera, because she was scared shitless despite what she was saying. She had a blanket over her head and her eyes, the
I
whole night.
remember.
It was like having Kitana with us. It was just.
You know which
You
other
guys can
one?
cuddle together and
Like
blanket.
definitely. And this is like hands down my favorite horror movie would be The Evil Dead, but like the very first one.
Yeah.
Like the low budget Sam
Right,
Raimi, Ted Raimi one. It's not so much that it's scary as it is more gory.
Yeah.
But because they did it on such a low budget, it was amazing.
yeah, you have a like a love for the effort. and
Yeah.
stuff like
It's
that.
just great. It's just hands down probably to me. It's hands down the best horror movie ever made. This is the original Evil Dead.
Yep. Yeah. It definitely set the trend, too, for a lot of stuff.
He gave us the gift of Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
But mind you, Bruce Campbell's not as smarmy in that one. Yeah. He's really trying to be serious.
Yeah, he is.
All right, so Kitana, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
Horror movies.
Yeah.
The one that they don't play because I don't have any.
Exorcist?
No.
Have you
that's-
seen it?
You know what?
Yes.
I'm just saying we should make a road trip specifically up to LA so she can't run and just watch horror movies the whole night.
I've unfortunately seen The Exorcist, Annabelle, the new Evil Dead, The Conjuring.
I hear Annabelle Creation is really great though.
I hear different things. I actually watched The Conjuring 1 and 2. I was like, that's alright.
The first one was awesome.
Yeah,
The first Conjuring.
Yeah.
What was the
I
other one?
didn't watch any of those.
Insidious.
Yeah.
That was another good one.
And then we recently saw the new It.
Yeah.
That was
That
Fantastic.
That was
it was so scary.
I mean, Vince, were you with us?
No, it was just me and you.
It was just me and
Jake.
Vince, and like, I was, of course, if you compare it to a TV series that runs longer than 2 hours, it's actually it was done really well. I thought it was done really well. I hoped at some point that they would go into their adulthood, but it seems like they're going to be using that for the sequel. So for some weird reason, because I was just waiting it for just to go through the whole thing, but no, there's going to be a sequel, and that's going to be awesome. So
Yeah.
I actually just recently watched the whole TV movie
yeah.
for the first time in my life.
The whole miniseries.
It's
John
Ritter.
They had they were showing it on Spike TV on Friday, as a matter of fact. So I watched that before I watched the new season of Voltron.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, really, like I could see where it would have scared me as a child,
Yeah,
And-
it needs updating.
but boy, oh boy, that's a. I mean, and really, I don't
Original It.
see Pennywise. I just see Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Hiya, Georgie.
Kiss me, fat boy.
Yeah, but then like I see like Annette O'Toole, and I just think the mom from Smallville.
Yeah.
and, you know,
The original Lana Lang.
yeah. Oh, witching gone, dropping knowledge, like your Vince all of a sudden. Oh, look at me. It was all right, but I love this time of year because horror movies. But then I'm also mad because then I get a bait and switch at Walmart.
Hey, it's all right.
It did. I'm not saying it didn't, but you're expecting like the 80s. Like we were lost.
Oh, yeah.
That first before like it caught up with us. Like, wait, this is the new one.
Yeah, and then Beto kept asking whether or not it's like the same as the original. We're like, we don't know yet.
I don't know. We hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, SoCal. So actually, a couple shops down is a store called Reanimated Records. My buddy Nick owns it, and they have amazing horror selection. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking like stuff like
That's where I got Troll 1 and 2.
yeah, stuff like cult classics, the whole nine.
Stop by.
Yeah, he actually has a freaking autographed Bruce Campbell figure there too. Like you want like a vintage like movie posters, the whole. It's great, dude.
Awesome. Yeah. So, when did you guys go to Not Scary Farm?
So that was Thursday night. Yes, I haven't been there in years. I mean, so it was really cool to get back out there and check that place out. And I liked it. To me, I wish every month had Halloween.
Yes.
Like like I said, I'm a big horror guy, so it was great for me.
We're totally agreeing on that. All right, Kitana.
You said you were gonna talk about it.
It was awful. It was so awful.
Why was it awful?
Because I hate scary things. Okay,
You just need your hands away from the microphone.
sorry. So the first maze we waited like an hour and a half, right? And then
That's a horror right there.
no, that was beautiful because I knew we had to leave around 10ish because we had work the next day, and so the more we waited in line, the less mazes we had to do. So the first maze, unfortunately, was probably the worst one. It was called Trick or Treat, and we went with 2 other people and a little kid, and they made us all go by ourselves, but they gave us all flashlights. So the kid was in front of me, and SoCal Crazy was behind me. So I figured my beloved husband was behind me. So I figured I'll point my flashlight at the kid's feet in front of me and just follow the feet, keep looking down, and all of a sudden all our flashlights turned off. And I froze and I stopped, and my dear husband had to push me through the rest of the maze. And all I kept hearing was, you got to keep going because we're holding everybody up.
Wow.
So it was awful, but I was brave for this other maze called Voodoo. It looked like a mix of the Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones, so it wasn't too bad. All the other mazes were awful.
Now, I got a question for you. Sis. I just want to touch back on something we barely touched on, and that is the great Kurt Russell. What's up with the whole Kurt Russell's like the last thing Walt Disney wrote down? Because I know you're a big freaking Disney guy.
Oh, I don't
Person.
know.
Thanks.
I just like Kurt Russell. Because we recently watched that movie Overboard. And I like...
yeah.
I like...
Goldie Hawn, yeah.
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 Like, their family, like, with... Because I like Kate Hudson, too. Like, their whole family is, like, awesome. So I just like watching their movies and reading about them.
Well, then you need to watch The Thing. Kurt Russell's in that.
Oh, no, but he's in Guardians, too. So I'll just watch that.
All right. Well, since she brought it up, let's switch to superhero genre.
There you go.
SoCal, what are your hopes for the Justice League movie? 'Cause I am fully on board with this. I loved Batman vs. Superman. I love Suicide Squad because they were just different movies. They were different from the Marvel template. You know, where some things, they're not going to be perfect movies, but I deeply enjoy them. Freaking Wonder Woman was amazing.
Yes.
What are your hopes for Justice League, and you know what how are you what do you feel towards the whole DC movie universe in general?
Well, I'm a little biased because I'm a DC guy. Like, I love DC over Marvel.
Me as well.
You know, Marvel has some really good stuff, and I am a fan of theirs. But by all means, I'm a DC guy at heart. I love DC. So Batman vs Superman was awesome. I love that one. So Justice League actually looks really good. It looks like they know what they're doing. I hope it does great, because I would love to see a big Justice League franchise and then spin-offs. So I'm hoping one day we'll get to see Batman sitting on a throne wearing all the Green Lantern rings and the Infinity Gauntlet, although that's a crossover, but I would love to see that, But I hope that they set a good base for DC to start making bigger and better movies, at least a little better than Marvel. And DC comics have always been a little darker than Marvel comics, so really? I really think that they have. So I really hope that they continue that trend. Whereas you can go ahead and take your family to see Marvel movies, which is great, but DC should be a little bit more adult oriented, because that's how I feel like they started off with.
I actually understand what he's saying by the whole DC's been darker. Like since the 80s, when the Dark Knight Returns happened, Marvel or DC has been going in a darker direction. But that's the whole superhero thing. You got to have the darkness to see the light rise. Right. I mean, what was the next big thing after that? It was the death of Superman, and then Identity Crisis and Infinite Crisis, and, so I can see that.
So as far as I think I know a reason why some people have said they're more DC people than Marvel, because Marvel seems to be a little closer to, I guess, the maybe the human side of people. But then when like I don't feel like the superhero type of feelings when I read Marvel, because I feel like, oh, these are heroes who are just like me, whereas in DC they're intangible. You kind of can't really I mean, you can understand their thoughts, but then as far as their powers and stuff like that, I'm like, you're from a green core, out of outer space. I don't think anyone can really do that.
I enjoy the hero worship of DC. Aspire to be better, aspire to be something. That's great. I love Marvel. There's a lot of characters I like, but I don't want to see them having the same. I'm broke. The same problems I got back knee this day, and I can't go save the world when I got a zit on my back. It's I don't know. I'm tired. Some randomness is gonna slip in. Okay, I'm not firing on all cylinders.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Never watch Troll again. Yeah. Never. I'm gonna block that from my memory.
Gonna watch Trolls.
Not a shit taco though. Shit sandwich maybe, but not a shit taco.
I'll go shit.
Are they familiar
I'll go
with
shit.
The rating, with the movie rating system? These guys?
Are you guys familiar with the shit taco?
I think so. I think last time we were here.
Yeah. Okay, so just a refresher from Assist. The shit taco is basically Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance.
That's where it spawned from.
That's where it spawned from. Because me and Thrash went to go see that movie. I was super excited. I'm actually a huge Ghost Rider fan. So I like the first one. It's not the greatest movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it was good enough. It's entertaining, and that's all I really asked for in a movie. Is just entertain me for a couple hours. When me and Thrash came back, Sergio asked me how was it, and I was like, imagine this house as a giant taco filled with shit, and I walked away and closed the door.
And he didn't talk to me the rest of the day.
Yeah. So
That's how upset he was.
So that's been my rating for a bad movie ever since. And we've had Rubber. Starship Troopers 3. So basically, it's a movie with no redeeming quality whatsoever, and it's basically painful to watch.
Yeah,
Master Demon.
SoCal, a guy got kicked in the butt and he died. That's how bad that was.
So it may not be officially be a shit taco, but it's definitely at least a shit burrito. Mm-hmm. That is troll.
Okay.
Yeah, you've robbed hours of my life.
Just an hour and a half.
You've robbed that. What's up, Serge? You look like you got something.
No, I'm just remembering, and then again at the same time trying not to remember the freaking troll dancing last night.
Yeah. There was a interim troll song with no indistinct words, or with indistinct words going, and that's why I told the guy, I said, this is like the Gem and the Holograms version of horror movies, because it has a song in the middle of it, changing and of appearances and stuff. It's great. I don't even categorize it as a horror movie. It's more like a fantasy movie.
I would categorize it as a straight up eye raping. That's right.
Okay.
It violated my eye sockets.
All right. So.
Oh, anyway, Justice League can't wait for you, Thor Ragnarok. I like your movies. I can't wait to see it. But if you guys were coming out on the same day, Justice League hands down would be my choice.
Yeah. Definitely. I know Kitana, you're a big Batgirl fan. Do you think there's enough representation as far as on the DC side with their female heroes? Or do you think there's a lot too much crossover? For instance, Harley Quinn has now become, a fan favorite over the years, but originally she's a villain. So, yeah. I mean, what is your opinion on that?
I think there's a decent amount of representation. As long as there's girls out there, in movies nowadays, like Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn. I think that's enough. And then I've also seen Batgirl toys, these teeny bopper, not necessarily as old as Barbie, but these dolls that look like young girls dressed up like Batgirl and
I buy my
Harley
niece those.
Quinn.
Yeah.
So it's getting there. It's enough for me right now.
And they're coming out with a Batgirl movie.
What?
Yeah, it's on the slate.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
We're all a little food obsessed right now, so I'm going to cut this one off a little bit early.
Actually, we're on time.
I'm cutting this off a little bit early. Like and find producer Virgil's Band, Still Ill, San Diego's tribute to Smith and Morrissey. You can find them on StillIll.net. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. You can find Sergio Top Down Aloysius Cream Corn Sanchez on Facebook at Sergio Sanchez. He's the one next to the Jurassic Park Jeep. But leave him alone. He's a cranky old man. You can find SoCal Crazy on Instagram and on Twitter at SoCal Crazy or SC Crazy. Book him. He needs dog food for Oswald. Mm-hmm. You can find Kitana Vera on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kitana Vera. Drop by, say hi, leave your pictures of Batgirl.
Yes.
And
Disney
Disney
Boys.
and Disney trivia.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, thanks for stopping by. I'll get the check.